we're back with another Gunfire Reborn episode. Probably the last one until, well, there might be one more, I'm not sure. I think this is, sorry, I have something in my throat. I think this is going to be the last Gunfire Reborn daily, or part of the daily series. Not daily Gunfire Reborn, but videos every day series that I've been doing for the past 2 months. Just because we're heading back to campus. Or, I mean, that's going to be Sunday, more importantly, Tuesday. What might be my most anticipated game of the year drops. That being Fall Guys. And apparently, it's going to be free for PS4. I had every intention of buying it for PS4 and also buying it for PC. I was very ready to drop an unnecessary amount of money on that game, but when I found out that they truly care about the fans and we're making it available for free at the time where we need that kind of fun mode, meant the world to me. I cannot wait. It's going to be so good. I applied for like the beta that starts tomorrow, or that they're reopening tomorrow. Haven't heard anything back yet, but we'll see. I did, wait, so energy orb has the same element type as current weapon. I'm okay with that. Sounds kind of interesting. It doesn't matter right now because we don't have an elemental weapon, but it seems like that could be cool synergy-wise. Yeah, technically, I applied. There were 2 different beta options to do. One for YouTubers / streamers, and one for your common man. And I applied for both, and I don't think it had like a limit for the amount of people, for like followers and that kind of stuff. So I don't think I was necessarily breaking any rules. It was a privilege of the fame that has been thrust upon me. But yeah, so that's Tuesday. Super excited. Very good chance I'm gonna be streaming that when it comes out. Not entirely sure. Might be a little bit later too, just because we have RA training every day for like the next 2 weeks, which is just absurd to think about and truly a little bit haunting about how much time it's going to be taking up in my near future. But I still think I'll be able to start up a stream on launch day, kind of join in on some of the fun, see if the servers crash. And they've been doing quite a few tests, and I think they've even been expanding it occasionally, so I think there's a good chance it's really going to do well. What is this gun? Is it an elemental gun by chance? Does not seem to be. Rainbow +1. I don't know what that means. Sorry, there's something in my throat. It's driving me crazy. I did just eat. I had Roll On In, which is a local restaurant. It's part of the ever-growing sushi burrito craze that seems to be taking over the world as we know it. You either love it or you hate it. I personally am extremely partial to it. I don't love the burritos. I normally get a bowl, but killing an enemy affected by an elemental effect. That seems interesting just because of what we got going. Oh, that's weird. I can switch between using the cursor or not. I didn't really notice that until I accidentally pressed the button. Yes, that's kind of messing up my throat. There is, so I am slightly excited. This guy is kind of tanking it. I don't like that we can't just switch to the default weapon when we only have one weapon, or when we have only one weapon. So gotta do that. I swear that the one-shot enemies are the ones that concern me more than a lot of these random sword-wielding short kings that come after me. But yeah, training is good in some ways. We do learn some important stuff. The only unfortunate thing is that once you like do it multiple, or this is going to be my second year, a lot of the stuff's probably just going to be the same, because you got new people coming in, old people coming in, so it's about balancing, making sure everybody has information, while trying to keep it fresh. And I do think that one of those is more important than the other. I think making sure everybody's equally informed and kind of caught up on the stuff that needs to be done is more important. But then again, it's probably going to end up being a little boring for me. I did not hit up this salesman over here. Not often that we run into these guys. Dude, I'm all for that. Kind of opens up the possibilities for what I can potentially pick up and be irresponsible with. And is there another dude over here that I didn't notice? Or is he in the wall? The heck? Oh, he's vibing over here. Okay. Yeah, the best part about training is that it does, it will lead to another year of being an RA, which is fun for many reasons. Like, I don't know, it obviously has the stereotype and the memes that are just absolutely incredible. I cannot tell a lie. The fact that the power goes to a lot of people's heads is extremely true and extremely memeable, so I can't complain. But for me, it's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of new people, and you have a lot of great stories based on the people you meet, because, you know, college students pretty much are the wildest possible breed of people. Somebody here has to try. I mean, I rate fire increase. I don't like attacking the shield guys with my back and forth. I guess it's I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess it is back. It seems like they were kind of tanking it every time I hit the monster. Yeah, I mean, every time I tell people I'm an RA, the first question is like, do I have any crazy stories about things that I've experienced regarding that? And it's because the title does kind of come with that luxury. I do dude, I think, yeah, full elemental kind of build here is what we really want to go for. There is a portal back here that I kind of kept missing. We're not that low on money, actually. Yeah, I'll enhance the rainbow. No complaints there. So we have 2 vaults to go into. One of my personal favorite stories actually comes pretty early from my like career as an RA. I was basically, as an RA at the school that I go to, you have to like work a certain amount of desk hours. Desks are open, or front desks are in each building and open 24 hours a day. So you kind of gotta bite the bullet and sometimes work some late shifts. This was probably around like 11-ish, 11 p.m. So it's not that late, but I was sitting there, and next to the front desk there of the building I lived in, there were some vending machines that were pretty close. And I was just kind of, I was saying, a lot of what you do at desk is obviously making sure that there are no threats entering the building. That seems like a relevant and responsible thing to do. But really, a lot of it just ends up being like, I don't know, playing on your phone, watching Netflix on the side while you make sure people check into the building every time they come in, that kind of thing. Yeah, I was sitting there, and one of my own residents actually came to the front desk, and casual gunmanship. What is this? Plus 20% lucky shot chance, but minus 20% weapon damage when you don't make a lucky shot. Okay. Is that curse? Is that second part cursed by any chance? Do we just get the positive there? I don't think so. Yeah. So I was sitting there and he came down and he's like, "Hey, do you have change for a $20 bill?" And I'm like, "Nah, I mean, man, I normally don't bring anything down to desk, so I was just kind of chilling there. Let's see if we can get a different weapon before we kind of upgrade that one again." And what even is this special room? This will be good for killing like enemies that basically only take one shot, especially during like the boss fight. Yeah, I'm like, "Sorry, man, I don't have it." And so he walks over, and I can tell, like, it's out of my view, but I do see him kind of head in the direction of the vending machine, and it just, the situation completely leaves my mind, you know, no longer my problem, I couldn't help it. And, but luckily, I got to hear the entire hilarity and chaotic nonsense that ensued as soon as this guy was met with the challenge of figuring out what to do with a $20 bill and unquenchable thirst for a monster. So he walks up and just kind of accepts his fate, that his only option is to put in the $20 bill, which is fine, but most of the things obviously are only like maximum like $1. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? Elite Beetle? They make those? This is actually insane. You're interrupting my anecdotes, sir. That is just a very disrespectful thing to do. Can't believe we dodged that. That was Lu Wu. Hits us 10 out of 10. This does not seem like the weapon to use on this guy, to be honest. does seem like a weapon used on those guys. Oh my gosh. Back off. Back off. Get me out of here. Okay. This is the worst. Give me some more damage on those guys. Freaking beetles. This is just a nightmare. I should have questioned it when I saw that there was a second battle ring. Okay. We are basically doing no damage to that guy at all. He does not even get chained up. Ice him. Just ice him. Keep it going. What does that even do? What does L2 do? Is that something I'm supposed to be using? Remove the mark. I don't know. Maybe that's for, like, cooperative games if you're fighting with it. Ooh, I dodged into that. It's kind of like the first time you might have hit me there, though. You did get chained up on that last attack. Alright. Death to the beetle. That was concerning, but we made it out alive. Yeah, I was not expecting that. So, where was I? Yeah, this guy puts a $20 bill in the machine, picks the item that he wants, comes out pretty much with ease. Dual edge. I'm scared that I'll only get to pick one of these is the thing. And 25% damage when your shield is 0. I like that one. Yeah. I had a feeling. Maybe I should have gone for the critical or the lucky shot one because we already have something that kind of benefits from hitting lucky shots, but I lose a lot of shield, so I thought that might be worthwhile. Yeah, so he throws the thing into the machine, and then I hear him press the button that returns the money, and I kind of hear a bit of like a sigh where he instantly realized that this isn't going to be as easy as he had hoped, because I just hear like the one quarter come out, and I'm like, I have a feeling that guy threw $20 into that machine and was very underwhelmed by the return on investment when he only picked up one thing and got a single 25-cent coin back. Why didn't we just absolutely cook that guy? Is this guy insane? I felt like we killed that guy like instantly. That was weird, but I know all these guys have crown sticks in there. Did this game get harder yesterday? Not, I mean, I guess it's been a little bit longer than that. These enemies will be hit different. Okay. Yeah, and then I hear him, clearly this is at the point where a man's forced to make a decision. What do you do in that? And he decides to absolutely just obliterate the return money button. I hear him press the button probably like 200 times in the span of like 5 seconds. He absolutely shreds that thing. And yeah, I mean, I hear the quarters coming out one after the other, and you're just off the rip. You're like, this isn't gonna end well. Like, the machine can't handle that. Okay, cool. I kind of like the weapons we got. This thing's been ripping up. I do think maybe I'll lose this gun. It's not necessarily my personal favorite. Okay, what is this though? I basically have to take the bone dragon. It is a matter of principle. That thing looks insane. Okay. Yeah, and then so he presses the button like a trillion times. There's like a couple of seconds of quiet before he comes over and he's like, hey Jack. And I'm like, what's up, man? How'd that go? And he's like, dude, I broke the machine. And didn't surprise me at all. I'm like, look, man, I mean, I'll put in a work order, but there's like pretty much nothing I can do. He seemed defeated. He got his drink, but at the end of the day, he ended up paying like $20 for a monster in a payday bar, ironically. Yeah, and then even that only ramped up in personal difficulty. Okay. Fair enough. Because apparently the vending machines at school aren't like at all owned by the schools or anything operate, or at least our school. They're not owned by us. They are owned by a completely third-party source that we have basically zero relation with. So getting any money back from there is basically a nightmare. To the point where my boss literally ended up just paying the dude $20 out of his own pocket just because he knew, like, we were in for the long haul on this legal battle. And yeah, I mean, that's one of the better stories. Also, there was one day where it, you know, I do think at the end of the day, personally, a goal of mine was to be pretty much chill and, you know, I mean, not like full on, like, I don't know, stereotypical, like I'm the cool RA, but like, you know, I mean, just like, I was pretty calm about everything that was happening as long as it didn't break the law, and then up until a point that was fine because nobody was breaking the law, and then somebody broke the law in this specific circumstance. I was leaving my room and to go to class, and one of my residents was like down the hallway, kind of just it was him and a group of his friends that were all hanging around, and they had this like big maroon cart that people like carried luggage in, that kind of stuff, whenever they got back from like a trip or something. That's how they would get their stuff up the stairs, and they were all kind of like looking in and giggling, and instantly I'm like, I was terrified to see what was in that box, but didn't take them long. They're like, dude, you gotta see this. And I'm like, before I gotta see this, you do understand that it is my job to get you in trouble if you're doing things that are less than appropriate or even legal. And they're like, dude, it's not illegal. You've got to see this. And I walk over. This guy has a full-on collection of... Oh, yeah. More smoke grenades, please. I'm getting better at using those because the comments are helping me out, making me realize my mistakes. Yeah, full-on collection of various street signs off the rip. I'm like, this is bad. You can't just take street signs. That's not how it works. I can do this because I am immune to curse rolls, I think. Sweet. There we go. Elemental power, what did that do exactly? No discounts. The wares on Peddler are 20% more expensive, but I'm immune to those, I believe. Sweet. And elemental damage plus 25% when triggering elemental damage, elemental effect will be passed. That's dynamite. Sounds incredible. We definitely got a full-on elemental build going right now. I don't like that that's shining blue. Okay, yeah, they just do that. For a second, I'm like, did I miss something I was supposed to pick up? Yeah, so I walk over there. This dude has just a ton of street signs. And he's like pulling through them. He's like, dude, this one had my name on it. This one's just like cool. And I'm like, all right, dude, you guys, you obviously cannot take those. 50% chance to cause an explosion that deals corrosion damage when killing an enemy. Explosion, 50%. Okay. I kind of think I upgraded both once. Like, I could have gone pretty hard there, but... And, oh, bummer. Instantly kill normal enemies with less than 15... Dude, I would love that. Fortunately, we are just shy of that. I'm gonna use the Bone Dragon here because it's called the Bone Dragon. And, yeah, he's kind of sifting through all of these signs. They were of various levels of concern in terms of what effects they would have on a society that was unfortunately lacking them. What the heck is this insane gun? Okay, that was just a horrible. Luckily this thing's kind of keeping blue. Oh, okay. No. This is, I'm playing terribly. Eventually, we got to the heavy hitter. This guy pulled out 2 stop signs, which off the rip, I'm like, no offense, how could you at all think that is a good idea? There's no way anybody would think that is an okay thing to do. I'm like, it was 4 stop signs, and I'm like, what else do you say besides, are these 4 stop signs? And he's like, yeah, dude, got him from a 4-way stop, and then I'm like, oh my god, I'm talking to a murderer. This guy has almost certainly led to an extreme, or at least maybe in the future, will lead to, the bone gun, not necessarily as killer as I thought it would be. I don't think I'm using it correctly. It's probably a big mistake. We're gonna keep it going here. Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is truly heinous. This guy is almost certainly going to be, if not already is, the reason behind somebody getting a pretty severe injury. You know, I mean, four-way stop signs are no joke. You know, that's a lot of people in big, dangerous, deadly vehicles interacting with each other. And if anybody makes the wrong decision or is inclined by the current situation to do something that is not beneficial to the entire group, a lot of people are going to get hurt. This is doing a lot more damage. It's actually kind of shred. At least we actually hit one. We need to get over here, collect a bunch of this loot, and see if we can get that up there. I was really hoping I'd be able to kind of deal with those guys before they got too close, because I don't want to deal with them and him at the same time. Okay, I am getting better at that. Controller definitely, while probably not the case for most people, it is the way to go. It is a lot easier. Dude, why have I not been using this gun the whole time? It's actually insane. This thing is just cooking. Well, I mean, I know why. It's because the other gun's called freaking, like, Bone Dragon. This gun doesn't quite have that flair with it. Okay. Unfortunately, he dodged that, but fortunately, I'm alive. Let's get some more of this loot. Didn't want to take those guys out. Seems like he didn't regen any shield there. Okay, honestly, why am I alive? There, that was weird. At the end there, my back was like caught against something. I couldn't move for some reason. I don't love that. But, yeah, basically I was like, dude, you gotta, like, you understand how crazy you are. You have to, like, call somebody. And I kind of just reported him and had somebody higher than me deal with that. Because when the law becomes a problem, I haven't, like, at that point I'm like, this is beyond me. What are we gonna do here? Only 39. I'm a little bit bummed about that, but I think we can go ahead and do this one and move on. Yeah, I was expecting to go a little bit further there. We had him on the ropes, and then, like, literally I felt like I couldn't move towards the end there. But yeah, that's probably gonna be the last video for now. I mean, I definitely will upload more Gunfire Reborn videos. Just they won't be as regular, that kind of thing. And I'll probably stream the game every now and then because I really enjoy it, and I'm looking to unlock new stuff, especially as they drop more stuff. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.